For orchids that have finished blooming, don't rush to cut off those spent flower spikes, because from those very spikes, the plant can continue to produce new branches. And more importantly, you can completely propagate them to create a new orchid. Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel, a place that shares extremely useful and easy to apply orchid care tips. In today's video, I will guide you on how to propagate a new orchid from a spent flower spike. A simple method, but one that delivers surprisingly effective results. Let's get started. First, cut the flower spike about 2 centimeters, 1 inch above the lowest node. Cutting at the correct position will help stimulate the dormant bud, creating conditions for new shoots or baby plants to form. Then, apply cinnamon powder directly onto the cut to prevent bacteria and fungi from entering, while also helping the wound dry faster and reducing the risk of rot spreading. Next, remove the plastic pot and trim off some of the root tips. Cutting the root tips helps eliminate old roots and creates a mild stress condition, which stimulates the plant to produce stronger new roots. At the same time, it allows the plant to focus nutrients on the remaining healthy roots, supporting better recovery and growth. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After that, place the plant into a new pot and add pine bark around the roots to improve aeration and drainage. Pine bark helps create a well-ventilated growing environment, reduces waterlogging, and supports healthy root development. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. When watering, pay special attention to only water around the growing medium, not directly at the base of the orchid. This is because old moss or the base area tends to retain water. Prolonged moisture can cause basal rot and weaken the plant. Proper watering helps maintain necessary moisture while keeping the environment airy, allowing stable growth and effectively reducing disease. For the flower spike, I will use healthy dormant nodes that have not yet bloomed to propagate new orchid plants. First, trim both ends of the spike neatly, ensuring clean cuts without crushing the stem. This helps remove dry, weak, or disease-prone parts and keeps the spike healthy and ready to develop new shoots. You should use sharp, clean tools to make smooth cuts, minimizing fungal infection and helping the spike recover better. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Next, peel off the protective layer covering the dormant buds to expose the healthy nodes. When directly exposed to light and the environment, their growth and development rate will increase. At both ends of the spike, I will apply a thin layer of candle wax over the cuts. This wax layer protects the cuts, preventing bacteria, fungi, or water from entering, thereby reducing the risk of rot or infection. At the same time, it helps retain moisture inside the spike, preventing it from drying out and improving its ability to develop new shoots. The ingredient I will use today is dried shallots. Shallots contain natural antibacterial and antifungal compounds, along with enzymes and micronutrients that help stimulate growth, enhance resistance, and support plant recovery. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After finely chopping them, I will place all of them into a clean bottle. Then add about 500 milliliters of water. And close the lid to steep for about 3 hours. This process helps extract the active compounds into the water, creating a nutrient-rich solution that can protect the plant from fungal diseases and is very effective for orchids. After about 3 hours, I will filter out all the shallot residue, keeping only the liquid extract for use. Next, I will dilute this solution with about 1 liter of clean water to reduce its concentration and ensure it is safe for the orchid. Dilution also helps the plant absorb nutrients more gently while still maintaining antibacterial effects, stimulating growth and supporting effective recovery. Now, soak the entire prepared orchid spike in the shallot solution for about 15 minutes. The remaining solution will be used to wipe the leaves of the mother plant. You can use a soft cotton pad soaked in the solution and gently wipe both sides of the leaves to clean dirt, disinfect, and improve the plant's resistance. At the same time, nutrients from the shallots help leaves become greener, healthier, and more resistant to fungal diseases. Additionally, you can also pour this shallot solution directly onto the base of the plant to disinfect the root environment, stimulate growth, and support more stable development. This is a very efficient way to utilize the solution, both economical and effective in keeping orchids healthy and resistant to pests and diseases. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. After about 15 minutes, I will take the orchid stem out and proceed with propagation. To propagate, I will use plastic containers like these, with drainage holes at the bottom to ensure the environment remains airy and does not become waterlogged. To maintain stable moisture, I will use moss as the growing medium. Moss has excellent moisture retention ability while still remaining well aerated, making it very suitable for stimulating root growth and developing new shoots. Before using, you can also disinfect the moss with the Shallot solution, helping to eliminate bacteria and fungi while creating a safer environment for the orchid stem to develop. When prepared properly, the orchid stem will easily adapt, grow roots, and develop into a healthy new plant. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Next, gently place the orchid stem on top of the prepared moss surface. Then, cover a thin layer of moss over the stem, just enough to retain moisture, but do not cover it completely. Leave the dormant buds exposed so they can receive light. Light will help stimulate the buds to grow, while the moist moss layer creates the right conditions to prevent the stem from drying out and encourages new shoots to form. Every 3 days, open the container and lightly mist the orchid stem. When spraying, create a fine mist just enough to keep the moss adequately moist without making it too wet, avoiding waterlogging and stem rot. Results after 4 months. You can see that from the 2 original orchid stems, they have developed into 2 healthy young orchid plants. The root system has grown long, strong, and firmly anchored, showing that the plants have adapted well and are ready for the next stage of growth. At this stage, we can change the growing environment to help the plants develop more steadily and vigorously. I will use a breathable plastic pot, placing a layer of pine bark at the bottom to ensure good drainage and aeration for the roots. Then, I will add a layer of moss on top, reusing the moss that was previously used for propagation. Next, place each young orchid neatly into the pot and gently tuck moss around the base to keep the plant stable and prevent it from shifting. This planting method helps maintain necessary moisture while still ensuring proper aeration, creating ideal conditions for the roots to continue developing strongly and for the plant to grow healthily. Water regularly, maintain appropriate moisture, and place the plant in a cool area with indirect light, avoiding direct sunlight. With proper care and the right environment, the plant will grow steadily and become stronger over time. Take care of them with love and dedication, and they will reward you with vibrant, long-lasting, and lively blooms. What do you think about this orchid propagation method? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel to support me.